The Osborne School Oral History Project was conducted in 2021 to 2022 by the Historical Society of Lake Worth, whose goal is to capture important parts of the history of Lake Worth. The society saw the need to preserve and present the history of Lake Worth's Black community. This project provides a brief but holistic understanding of the Osborne community and how the community helped capture the spirit of the Osborne School. Through this project's preliminary phase, researchers interviewed 3 former students and members of the Osborne community about their experiences with the Osborne School. Interviewees shared stories about the Osborne neighborhood, teachers, students, community businesses, segregation, and integration. Miss Dolores Brown was born in Boynton Beach, Florida, and grew up in the Osborne community. She attended the Osborne School during segregation from 1965 to 1968. When schools integrated in Palm Beach County, she was transferred to Barton Elementary, a formerly white-only school.
That's all I remember, you be who you are. And I will tell you that some of the kids, I am so proud of them. And the school became an A, and I'm telling you, it was through a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but it was a community effort. You know, I led it, but I couldn't do it without them following me. I couldn't do it without them, hey, we gotta do this.
Mr. Julius Caesar Augustus Jones Sr. was born in the Osborne community in Lake Worth, Florida. He attended the Osborne School during segregation from 1947 to 1951. Attending all black schools, Mr. Jones eventually became an educator at an integrated Barton Elementary for 36 years.
I think so. She got a good memory. Yeah, I think it was Queen over there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Miss Gertman, they all nice. I love those people. Later, they have no men teacher, and they use that strong arm. They just talk to you, and we obeyed. But they were good people. I love them, and I miss them, you know. And this community, I love this community. When I see the school, the church first. The next thing I think about the school, you know. Yeah. At Barton Elementary. Yeah, and I taught there for 30 years, straight years, and most of years, nothing like that. Then I stayed out a year. I was flat retired. And I was a son that raised. I got married to my wife. I said, you know, my wife always worked too. She still works. She just retired, you know. And I said, I needed, this was about 17, 18 years ago. And I said, I need to go back. So I went back and I taught 6 more years at the same school. Dolores Brown used to teach her, was one of my students. She's the principal now. She hired me. So you just best be nice to people, you know. She come on, Mr. Jones, I got your back, you know. So I taught about 36 years there, you know. No other school. I saw a lot of teachers come and go at other schools, but and there, you know, I finished teaching there and I retired, and so I'm in the community now. Then I helped the Beacon Center. After them, it's true they want me to come and worked at him about 7 or 8 years. Now she want me to come back. Huh?
Today.
So she did.
Miss Trudy Denise Lowe was born in the Osborne community in Lake Worth, Florida. She attended the Osborne School during segregation from 1960 to 1964. When schools integrated in Palm Beach County, she was transferred to Barton Elementary. She then attended Lake Worth Middle and graduated from Lake Worth High School in 1962.
I was going to say, kind of funny because it still is in me, which is my heart. I call it school heart of the community because now even I'm in the classroom with the children, and teachers now are teaching about testing. That's it. So now when the kids come, they know the little girls sometimes they sit, and I just give one look like the teacher used to do us. Yes, ma'am, you know, but I tell them behavior and manners are so important. They're going to find, education is good, but you have to have character to go with it. So that's what, I've been in the classroom a month now.
If you look at me, yes, you do.
Yeah, I sometimes the kids, I tell you what, can't do nothing but love them. And they love me to death, but I stay on them about their character. You know, character is so important. And that's what we were taught here, about character. And when we left this school, we represented very well. When they integrated, we went up to Barton, we represented
Yeah.
very well. But I just want to share that is so instilled into me until the kids just, I thought they got tired, but they don't, you know. And Mr. Jones, I recall when we came, what we did, because we didn't have a bunch of books. I don't know how y'all got so special to get books, but we would put the work on the board because we had the book, like the teacher would have teacher helpers, and we take the book, we put the book on the board for everybody to be able to share, you know, what the lesson was. But yeah, I can recall that.
I love this school. And it was nice. We had, I think we had 3 different teachers. This room right here, let me see. I think this room right here, the first and second, I believe. The one over there was 3rd and 4th, and the other one was 5 and 6. Right, Mr. Trudeau only had 3 rooms.
It's different for me because Ms. Robinson, the principal, was here.
Yeah, she was here, yeah.
Great. But I had first grade in the portable. Then I did the second grade.
Oh, okay.
You didn't have Ms. Wilson and probably.
No. Yeah. First and second was right here. I think maybe Miss Lisa Mars taught here. Then we transferred for 3rd and 4th. Miss Gertman, Blanche Gertman out of Boynton, and 5th and 6th Miss Robinson. Okay. And it was nice. You moved up, you saw all your teachers there. You know, if they taught you 1 grade, you could learn even in the 1st grade and 2nd grade. So you learn, and you learn to get twice 2 of the same kind. You learn a double. You know, 3rd and 4th, you almost know the same thing as the 3rd graders. We learn right on with the 4th graders because we're all in the same room. And so it got along well. And there's some good teachers. And Ms. Robinson was the principal.
According to the National Park Service's National Register of Historic Places, the city of Lake Worth was platted in 1912 and advertised as the only city in Florida without Negroes. As an influx of African American and African Caribbean population immigrated to the area, they were confined to the land between Lake Worth and Lantana, leading to the Osborne Colored Edition, platted in 1917. The implementation of a segregation ordinance restricted blacks from living within corporate city boundaries in 1926. As a result of territorial restrictions, the Osborne neighborhood developed into a self-sufficient community where people worked together and helped each other, from building houses to parenting as a community.
You know, in this community, it was small, but we had quite a few entrepreneurs in this community. I'll give you a good one, Mr. Jack Parker. If you know where the gymnasium is, over there right across the street, he built that restaurant there, and he built apartments on the side, and he built some apartments in the back. He's a landscaper on a big trucking company.
And also Miss Nancy's store, she had a rooming house.
Yeah.
In her store, she had a picture of, I was young then, but I was told she had a picture, I recall a picture of Muhammad Ali. They said that he lived in her rooming house, stopped through and stayed there. So my grandmother shared that.
In Lake Worth, the Palm Beach County School Board did not provide education for black children until the late 1940s. Before that time, the community came together to take care of their children's educational needs. St. John's Episcopal Church, run by Reverend Harold Glinton, started an elementary education program in 1934 in a portion of the church. Alberta Robinson served as the school's principal in the St. John's Episcopal Church building from 1934 until the new move to the Osborne School's building in 1948. In 1947, the school board approved plans to build the Lake Osborne School and provide the materials. Despite having classes in different classrooms, different school dynamics, and textbook material, the former students all described having good teachers and how students on all levels learned equally.
So as I look at this room as I'm sitting here, I'm like, you know what, how did we all get in here? And it wasn't that, kids went out if they didn't learn as fast as someone else. It wasn't. Everybody was on the same level field. There weren't any slow learners, there weren't any fast learners, there were learners. Not learning was not an option here. With our times tables, we had to, I'll tell you what, in first grade, we learned ones, tens, hundreds. We learned how to tell time. I can remember the little paper plates. All of this is coming back to me. I remember the little paper plates that we made to learn how to tell time. So in first grade, we were telling time. It wasn't digital, but it was a clock with the little hands on it where you had to figure it out, not just look at something and say, oh, 1:10. No, you had to learn how to tell time there.
The city was considering the old school building for affordable housing. Ms. Durandisi fought with the community to get funding, rehabilitate the building, and sign a long-term lease to preserve the building and remain an educational facility.
What can we do to make it sure that we keep the land and the building as an educational institution to continue educating our Black children? Because again, this building is an historical building, which was the only school during segregation where Black children could obtain an education. And therefore, my hope was to do whatever I could do to not only to keep this piece of history and also to add on to it. So my list at that time was only for 25 years. And 25 years go by very, very fast. And then one of the commission told me, if you want to keep this, you need to create a referendum. I get my parents, my board involved, and we started right away. We create a park, and we start going every evening with the kids and parents from street to street, from the water all the way to here, telling people about the program, why we need a long-term lease, why this space is to be reserved for the kids. And then Lord and behold, in 2008 election, we did put the item in the ballot, and then 86% of the voters voted yes to give us the land for 99 years, 11 months at $12 a year. And that's how today we still here serving children ages 3 to elementary. And then we have other sites in Lakewood that we serve middle school, high school as well.
Okay, so you said for 99?
9 years and 11 months at $12 a year.
$12 a year.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow,
Yes.
that's awesome.
That is
Congratulations.
great. Yeah.
The Osborne community instilled values in students with the legacy of those who came before them, who fought to ensure they had a school in their neighborhood and a proper education. The Osborne School played an important role in the community, not only in education and family accompaniment, but in preparing students for the next steps. In the case of the Osborne School, Black students faced the outside world and integrated with white students while maintaining academic achievement, professional success, and mastering developmental milestones in a new world.